Today, we are going to talk why the Yamaha R3 is the baby R1. Okay, so the first reason why the Yamaha R3 is the baby R1 is the price. So everyone, at least most of us enthusiasts likes the R1. But not everyone has the money to buy it, right? Maybe it's a brand new or a second hand, even the older models. At least here in the Philippines, it is still very expensive to buy. Getting into motorcycles, an old R1 is very pricey compared of just buying a single cylinder 400cc, which is already a big bike. So the price is a very big factor. So when we're talking about the R1, there comes the R6, which is a collectible now since Yamaha stopped creating the R6. The price was very heightened. So everything, boom, the prices are so high that it's not reachable to normal people or normal workers like me. There goes the R6. The R7 is a parallel twin that has a very expensive price, even a second hand because it's just newly made. So there are no like old models yet. Here in the Philippines, at least here in the Philippines, we consider bikes as big bikes when they have higher CC. So if we're going to talk about the R15 or the R15M, the price of the R15M, some would consider this as the baby R1, but it's not. The prices of the R15 now is just almost ranges with the R3. The problem is, yeah, some would say that I have an R15, I can race you. Yeah, sure. If you're a really good rider, you can beat the R3 with the R15. It's not a question. But if the owner of the R3 is also a good rider, there goes your factor that you can beat an R3. It's a parallel twin. It has lots of more power, the torque, everything. It's a big bike. The R3 is the best beginner R1 or the baby R1 that you can get in the price because you enter the big bike point. So you have a big bike. You like the R1 but you cannot afford it. So this is the budget friendly option like what I did because I like the R1. I wanted an R1. This is the only option that you can buy with a minimal budget. Second reason why this is the baby R1 is it is a big bike. The R1 is a big bike. The R3 is a big bike. The R15 is not a big bike. It is not. I've bought the R15 version 3. It is a really good looking bike. It is. But it's not that big. It's not that powerful. You are not in a big bike when you it would look like it, but it's not. When you enter or when you buy the Yamaha R3, you are really buying a big bike. Some would say it's not because it's not a 400cc. You're gonna go to the expressway and all, but consider this. Buying an R3, I'm saying that it's a big bike because firstly, the price of the maintenance, because it's a parallel twin, your maintenance is higher than those 400cc single cylinder. So the price of the maintenance is higher. The price of the parts are also big bike prices. This is not a budget friendly bike. So you are really going to experience owning a big bike. That's why it is the baby R1. Third reason why this is the baby R1, or at least the best feeling R1 that you can get if you do not have the budget to buy a real R1, is the looks, the power, how big it is. So when you think that the SXR 155, the R15, the MT15 are big, it's not. It's small. considering, or I mean, comparing to an MT-03 or an Yamaha R3. So when it comes to looks, for example, the Yamaha R3 version 1, it's like a miniature creation of the older version of a R1, like the 2013, 2012 version. It's like the Raven of the R6. It's really big when you just stand still and look at it. The power. God, I've driven a lot of single cylinder 400cc. It has nothing to compare with the parallel twin. I don't know what's with the R3. I mean, I've ridden the Ninja 650 and other 650 Z650, but the torque of the R3 is different. The power is different. The power delivery is different. You would really feel racing. It will really rev your heart, as Yamaha said. So, being or having that power, having those looks, you would really feel like you are owning a Yamaha R1. The fourth reason why this is the baby R1, or the last and the best reason that you would consider buying a Yamaha R3, is the handling. It's not actually the power, it's the handling. It's the ergonomics that it would give you. Yes, the 155cc R15, or in other countries, or the R125, they're smaller cc, they're slower if you would think, but the handling is very different. Because I've tried both. In the Yamaha R3, why I'm saying this is the best beginner sports bike that you can buy, is very beginner friendly. Yes, the power is really there, but if you have like a throttle control already, you ride in a scooter, it will not be a problem because you know how to control the throttle. The handling and the sitting position is beginner friendly, especially if you wanted to start racing. Why? Most of us buying sports bikes wanted to start racing, or at least the feel of it. So the Yamaha R3 gives you that ergonomics. The R15 gives you the ergonomics of a super sport. But the R3, it's more relaxed.